Welcome back to my vlog, guys. So as you can see, I have paint all over my face. That's because I've been working with my acrylic paints. I've been doing bear pour art, which basically all that is little bears about this big, plastic, and they're keychains. So the pour art part of it is like you get silicone molds or cups, and they're divided, and you can put different colors of acrylic paints in them, or you can make your own colors of acrylic paints, by mixing, and you just pour it over the bear. Well, I'll have to show you. There's some of them I took pictures of last night, and I put them on my Instagram, but that's why I'm a mess, essentially. I said I wanted to do some videos outside. I'm outside. I just incidentally happened to grab my phone on the way out the door. I wanted to talk about how my daughter, she left a message. Well, it wasn't a message. It was more like a post or something on her TikTok saying that she finally got the mother-daughter bond that she wanted. It was just with her being the mom this time. And, the reason why she doesn't have me, in her life, well, not directly in her life anyway, is because when she was 3 years old and her brother was 3 months old, I gave him up for adoption to my parents. My life wasn't stable. Nothing about it screamed stability. I was always moving in with friends or finding one place or another of my own to go to. And I didn't want them to live that life. I didn't think that years later they would actually understand any of it. And I guess from that point of view, that they probably still don't understand it. Come on, jump. Come on. Up. You're good, you're okay. And it's like, excuse me while she licks my face while I try to talk. And I didn't realize through the years, I guess, how much she missed me. And that post she left, it hurt. It really did. And I'm sorry that I'm such a, bad mom. I didn't fight hard enough for you. Maybe I didn't love you enough. I don't know, because when I had her, I was 23. You think, oh, okay, great. You were an adult. You should have known what you were doing. I didn't know what I was doing. Honestly, she was my first live birth. My first son died 7 months in utero. I didn't know what I was doing. My mom and I weren't close. We still aren't. So I couldn't ask her for anything. I was afraid of her. She was abusive. And, obviously I didn't think to ask my dad for advice. The most advice he ever gave me on my kid was, I know she's heavy, but keep holding her. So that's not really good advice. I mean, it is, but it's not. It wasn't what I was looking for. And I didn't know that there were resources. I didn't know anything. I was a dumbass. Still am sometimes. But I'm sorry that, I wasn't there. I'm sorry that I chose other things, other people over you guys. But me being a dumbass is no excuse for my actions back then. Just like my bipolar and the things that I used to do is not an excuse. And I'm sorry. If I could do it all over, I probably would. Well, I would do it over, and I would do it better. So I'm sorry that I made you feel this way. You should have never had to go through what you went through. I will go as far to say you shouldn't have had me for a parent. You know, I shouldn't have had my mother for a parent. I don't want you to feel like, you know, you're an inadequate parent. And this is more directed toward my own daughter, than whoever is watching. You know, I'm sorry that I put the love that I should have had for you guys into my pets, you know? Like, I should have done everything and anything for you, and I didn't. But I've turned around and I'm now doing it for the dogs. That sounds really bad, but it's the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. So, you know, there goes this vlog. I had one more thing I wanted to say, but I forgot. So maybe in the next vlog. Guys, stay positive. I'll see you next time.